Hello world! Eire's back with more of Saturn's Edge Persona 3 Reload, that's right. Last time we ended things off, we managed to beat the Hierophant, we managed to beat the Lovers in our full moon operation of July. But now, tensions are still pretty high. I mean, Maiko ran away from home and we managed to find her. The whole team seems to be a little bit on ends with each other, really. Junpei is kind of beefing with me, and Yukari and Fuka are trying to find out more about what Mitsuru won't tell them. Now, we don't know exactly what's going on with Akihiko. So there's a lot going on here. However, there's another thing that's just as important for any student. We're starting finals soon. Like, in a week. This is gonna get tough. Summer break's nearly here, but finals are just right there in front of us, blocking our way. We could have had everything in the world if it wasn't for finals. No, I'm kidding. No, we need to take finals, and we need to do it seriously, because if we don't take finals, I mean, we're not going on summer vacation. That's just the way things work. At least that's the way things worked during my high school. I'm pretty sure it works for most American high schools as well. Where if, like, you know, you, like, fail the class or you fail the final or whatever, you just don't do summer vacation for a while. Like, you just get held back a little bit. Not held back like a year, but, like, held in class to, like, take up, like, you know, to take back and, like, learn all that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Either way, you get the point. Man. I'm feeling pretty good today, you know? I'm recording a lot of the audio in one batch here. I recorded the audio for the first two of this batch. I think they were 39 and 40, separately, like 2 separate days, because I didn't have a lot to talk about. After I got some stuff together, I think 41, 42, and 43 here are all a part of the same, like, miniature batch where I'm recording all the audio in one go, and trying to upload everything together. I'm really trying here. So, yeah, damn, Junpei is being mean right now. He's being serious about it. And we finally got more requests. There we go. That's what I was looking for. More requests. We need them. I need them now!
Good day.
Anyway, I want to feel the ocean, bring me a Christmas star. Damn, there are a lot of weird ones here. Retrieve the fourth old document, create a persona with torrent shot. Defeat rare shadow number 1. I want to eat a chilled taiyaki. Oh, we can get that done soon, I think.
By all means, come to think of it. I will await
Let me
a
hear
report
music
of
unique to
success.
Gekukon. That's weird.
Come to think of it,
Huh.
I will await a report
I'd like
of
a pair of
success.
Max safety shoes. Online shopping, noted.
I will await a
Please feed
report
the cat.
of the consensus,
Finally, I can use that cat food I've been saving.
if I may say so.
Get a Christmas star,
I will await a report.
which is a kind of plant, and bring something that feels like the ocean. Here's a cup of water with salt in it. No.
Are you accepting a request?
Whew. Man, that's a lot of requests we gotta take on there. We're taking them on one step at a time.
Are you accepting a request?
So, what was I gonna say? I lost my thoughts here. Wow. Oh, what I was gonna say is that I have something planned out here. You may be wondering, like, you know... Oh, you won't. You probably didn't wonder, actually. But I'm gonna bring this point up to you. How would you feel if I did a Thanksgiving special? Just, you know, I'm asking that question. I'm putting it out there, right? How would you feel if I did a Thanksgiving special episode? Something completely different from everything we've done. Similar to the views milestone. Similar to, you know, all the different other stuff I've done. What if we just did something different, right? For a Thanksgiving special. Now, I'm not saying I'm planning a Christmas episode, because I'll post something on Christmas, but I'm going to schedule it ahead of time, because Christmas Eve and Christmas, I get busy. Same with Thanksgiving week, I get really busy during that. But, I am willing to set some things up to have a Thanksgiving special and a Christmas special. I love Christmas, a lot. Thanksgiving, not so much. I had a very bad history of Thanksgivings, and only recently, maybe the past few years, I've had better Thanksgivings, and I feel better for it. It's really not fun, especially when you hate eating, But, you know, Thanksgiving ain't about that. Well, not all about that, but, you know, it's something. Honestly, what redeems it for me more is just, you know, spending time with people, and also Black Friday deals. I just think people watching during Black Friday is fun. Anyway, point is, we're gonna do a Thanksgiving special series of episodes that cover the Thanksgiving time. It's something appropriate for what Thanksgiving really is. And I am gonna be joined by a special guest to help me in this little venture. Because, you know, why wouldn't I? Thanksgiving, I feel like, is a pretty mixed bag time of year. You know, November's in, so winter's starting up. It's the end of fall, a really good season. It's,
Oh, it's you.
not really a great holiday. There's not a lot of things going on during Thanksgiving. There really isn't, just family stuff. That's about it. And also, a lot of Friendsgiving events happen, and frankly, I've never actually done a Friendsgiving. Just never been interested in that sort of thing, I guess. Point is, the options on the table here for a Thanksgiving special. I know what it is. My special guest knows what it is. And we're gonna plan it out soon. It'll come around. And I think you're gonna enjoy it. Even if you aren't watching on Thanksgiving Day, you get a chance to look back at what the Thanksgiving special was. And I think that's the most important part. If you really don't have anything going on Thanksgiving, feel free to watch the videos, you know? Keep yourself a little bit of company. I'll be around when it kind of counts, you know? Something's missing.
We'll have a look for you.
$5,000 for security site note. Alright, I'm in. $5,000, here you go. Anyway, yeah, Thanksgiving special's gonna come out. Now, for the Christmas special, something that I wanted to try out, I haven't thought of anything just yet. I'm open to ideas from my comment section for what a Christmas special could look like. And I believe that it'd be fun. It'd just be a fun time. It really would. Now, let's see. I think what I'm going to try to do is gather some people up, and we're going to, you know, really work on this Christmas special idea together. Because I feel like if you're going to spend Christmas, you're going to spend it with the people that you love most. I love it with my family, but that's a personal time. I love it a lot more with my friends as well. No, not more. That's a wrong thing to say.
Fine.
I love my family and spending time with them for Christmas a lot more than my friends, because I haven't spent Christmas with my friends. I just spend the season with them. Man, that's a lot of words. That's a complete mess. Christmas Day and Christmas time, like the eve and day, are reserved for family, and it's a very private thing. Spending the Christmas season, like the whole month of December basically, with my friends is more... It feels more like me. It really does. And that's something that's been normal. You know, we always hung out in school, we always hung out after school, we always hung out with whatever and this and that and whatever, right? Another thing we used to do was a New Year's party every year. And I think we still try to keep it up if we can. It's a bit difficult too, because, you know, I've moved out, and they're all busy either with college or work, or also moving, or have moved, or, you know, it's a bit of a mixed bag there, you know, different little things. However, what's important to note is that I want to put out a Christmas special and a New Year's special if possible. A way to really celebrate everything that we've done just as people, right? Christmas is a way to celebrate with my friends, and New Year's is a way to celebrate what we've all accomplished throughout all of the year of 2024. And it's not just going to be a retrospective of everything I've done on YouTube. That's going to be saved for a later date. But more so, I want to make the New Year's special kind of count as well. The count of something new, I should say. Yay, more academics, let's go!
You catch on quick. You immediately took what you
But yeah,
learned and put it into
holiday
practice.
specials are coming up. You know, we kind of did a Halloween sort of theming going on with all the horror games I played. Resident Evil 0, Silent Hill 2. You can go check those out if you haven't. I'm going to be playing through more of those more often. Specifically Resident Evil and Silent Hill 2, because I'm going to try and balance those out with the amount of Persona I have to put in.
Results you'll get. I look forward to seeing what you'll
What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Let's call it here for today. I want to get some stretches in before heading to bed.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do more of those. That way, you know, there's more of that out there. But also, I'm gonna keep up with Persona, as usual. You know, status quo. It's really just the status quo.
Let's get on with today's lesson.
Ooh, Mr. Edagawa's saying something. Let's go. But yeah, Thanksgiving special is already planned out, and I know what I'm doing there. Might be multiple episodes. Well, might cover multiple episodes, I should say. Now, we only have 2 other holidays, which are Christmas and New Year's, and we're gonna find a way to cover those as well. We're gonna work on it. And again, I am open to ideas in the comments. Just say anything you want. Throw something out there for me, and you know what? I'll either play it, I'll consider it, I'll write it down for later if I want to save it for a later time. Throw something out there. I want to have a good time with this. I really like it when I get comments because it's just like, it feels nice to have a sort of community here, you know? Especially, like, you know, if I'm asking, like, hey, I'm open to suggestions, not asking for. If I say the words, I'm open to suggestions, feel free to just put them down. I don't mind, you know? Really throw them out there. I really love them. That's better. Sorry, drink. You know, my throat gets dry occasionally. I just need a drink. That's important.
Okay, then.
What was I supposed to answer? Oh, the esoteric study of Jewish texts called Kabbalah. Or is it is it Kabbalah or Kabbalah? Like, is there emphasis on certain ones? I always, like, worry about that. I need to do better on that. Particularly the round grimoires. Like, which anime is it that has grimoires? Isn't that, like... I don't know. I don't know which anime has grimoires. I really don't know. I don't know what series does that. I'm not caught up on that one. I don't even know that one. There we go. Well, time to go feed the cat again. So, last episode, as I was finishing off that one, if you heard the Steam achievement noise, which you probably did, that Steam achievement noise is specifically for an achievement that's called, I forget what it's called, but it's something to deal with a grind set. You're supposed to work one of the jobs until you reach a total earned of 50,000 yen. And I worked at the theater maybe once or twice. Maybe once, if I'm being honest. I worked at that coffee place a lot. To eventually earn up to 50k. Anyway, now we're checking in on Bunkichi and Mitsuko, who we haven't checked out. Like, we haven't checked up on in, like, quite a while. Sure, we had that little in-between social link thing, but that's because of the whole point system. We haven't done a proper rank up with them. And I wanna visit my favorite elderly couple from a game, you know?
If we lose that tree, it would be like losing our son all over again.
Yeah, that sucks. Please don't fight. I like that that's the, like, pretty much the correct answer. I love it.
Fine. We're not fighting. I was just fussing. Sorry for making you worry.
Apparently the rumor about cutting down the persimmon tree was
Damn.
true. So we went to the school together to say our goodbyes. Unfortunately, that just reminded my dear of the pain we felt the day our son died.
Damn.
See, dear? That's exactly what I said. If you keep crying all the time, then what'll your admirers think? Right?
Oh my, don't make fun of this wrinkled old lady.
I love these two. They're great. I genuinely love them. They're awesome.
Stop by again anytime, all right? My wife would always be happy to see such a handsome young man. this for when
I
you
like
get
that pretty much anytime I hang out with them, I just get food. Like, this man just gave me fried bread. I don't know from where, but he just gave it to me.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, we are gonna hold a study session. Oh, Junpei. No, please! So, Junpei is just gonna, you know, go out alone, but...
Yes.
I guess we're gonna be the ones studying then. This will be Fuka's, I believe Fuka's first time doing a study session with us. Yeah, I think it will be.
Huh? Oh,
Oh, well, I guess we're gonna do the Christmas star thing. Oh, okay, cool. Now, dude, now we know the name of the flower. Awesome. I feel pretty good about that. I feel like I learned something today. I didn't know it had an alternative name like that. I can just imagine, like, Minato just, like, on the... just on, like, the train. Just, like, holding a plant. Just, like, driving by. He's got, like, one hand on, like, the handle on the ceiling. And he's got, like, one, like, on this plant, like, in a pot.
very well then.
Jack's gloves. Ooh. I might check those out in a minute. Well, whenever we get to battling again, if we ever do that.
Please paint my powerful persona a pretty purple. Please paint my powerful this is harder than I thought.
I didn't even know she had, like, little lines that she could say. Whenever you're in the menu here, it's actually kind of cool that she says a tongue twister like that. I really didn't know that until I played the game, and I was just like, wait, she could say that? I'm just checking out the the requests to figure out exactly what I need to do, because frankly, some of these are a little confusing. I mean, they're very simple to get down, but, like, they're a little confusing to me. I'm a little bit gone, if we're being honest. Like, I just don't understand how to do some of them, because I'm still technically new to the game. I know, I've played so much of this game and learned so much of this game that it seems like I'm a professional, but really, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, not a clue. I don't know anything. I'm just trying to get by and hoping I get everything done. Yeah, I want to join. I want to study. No, let's go to Tartarus. Your study session means nothing.
Fuka, your notes look so trendy. I kinda wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, these are Natsuki-chan's notes. She let me borrow them since I was out trapped.
I'm glad those two are friends.
She sure is. That said, there's actually quite a bit missing from these notes.
Oh, you're right. This part just has the equation and no answer, and this page is full of doodles. And this part, is that a drool stain?
To be fair, those are definitely my notes. Not trendy. Like, remove the trendy part. Just put full of doodles, missing parts, probably a drool
I'm
stain.
trying to think of a way to return the
Like,
favor.
that's definitely my notes. Like, that they just took my notes from real life. How could they? Complete her notes.
Complete her notes. You mean like fill in all the parts she's missing?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. But it's going to be a lot of material. I wonder if I can finish it all.
I think you can. It doesn't seem that difficult.
Then we'll help you out. It'll be a good review for us, too.
Thanks, you two.
Here, let me see those notes.
Like, just rips the book in half.
Yeah.
Now, let me see that notebook just, like, tears it like a phone book. Oh, hey, I got smarter. Awesome. Also, the game finally called me smart on the social, what is that? The social stats screen.
For a real surprise when
I'm
she
so
sees
proud of
this.
myself.
I'm sure she will. I couldn't have done it without your help. Thanks, you two.
Well, it certainly helped us study too, right?
I'll make sure to give Natsuki-chan the notes back tomorrow. Good night.
Hey.
Seriously, Junpei's just been acting really strange lately. And it's really concerning, especially knowing what we know about him now.
Fine, Sengoku.
Ooh, okay. He's the turning point of the era of the samurai. Finally, he's getting to, like, the part he actually loves. Let's see if you know this one anyway. There's a theory that he came up with the prototype for an item essential to battle. It's an item that every samurai needs. A gun. No, it's the katana.
Yes, exactly.
No, I feel like answering the rifle would have been the funniest thing ever, especially if you really think about it, okay? Like, these are not that different. The Wild West and guns were during the same time as like samurais were still going during the Wild West. Like, that's not that large of a gap. When it was established was especially old. But like, the age of, like, samurais and, like, katanas and all this stuff was, like, nearing the exact same time as the Wild West with, like, revolvers and, like, highway coach robberies and stuff. Like, you know, these were, like, the same time period, essentially. Again, not the founding in, like, you know, the 1100s. I mean, like, the 1800s, that was all together. Oh, Akutsuki-san. San. Ugh, gross. I feel gross for mispronouncing it. Ugh. Akutsuki-san is coming over. Wonderful. We might get more, like, more of a plot dump from him, finally. But first, we gotta feed the cat. We have given this cat, like, 3 things of food once a day. I feel like this cat needs to eat more, like, in a day. What did I do next? I hung out with Maiko. I did not want to touch Nozomi. Not for a while.
Hello.
What are we gonna play today? I don't know. I actually had to take a minute to, like, read that and, like, understand the sentence, even though I've seen that sentence before. I just like enjoying the music here. I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this current time. Did I want to hang out with Maiko and attempt to advance it one more step? Like, not the social link, but like, go from like, we can't rank up to we can rank up? As like kind of a quick thing? Or if I just wanted to do like anything else, basically. And yeah, I did land on Maiko, because Maiko's just great, you know? But now,
And
we're
that's
back at the door.
summary of what happened on the night of the 7th. These shadows seem to be quite a bit more formidable than the ordinary
Yeah, they are.
ones.
I see. So our enemies are growing stronger as well.
Yeah, that's called level progression.
Well, it's not all bad news. In fact, I called today's meeting because...
Hold on. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Kirijo-senpai something.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh?
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. So much has been happening lately. I feel like I've just been getting dragged along without really understanding anything. But now, I want answers. So I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, Senpai? You're always acting like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. But they're connected to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What accident?
Yukari-chan?
There was an explosion near our school and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But something is off here. At the time of the incident, there were several unexplained absences. Seems like more than just a coincidence to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. Those students weren't just absent. They all suddenly collapsed and had to be sent to the hospital.
This just gets
Sounds
crazier
familiar,
and crazier as
doesn't
it goes on.
Remember those girls who bullied Fuka? They had to be hospitalized too.
Like, it keeps going.
I want an explanation.
And I like
What
the
really
way that they
happened on the
did
day of
this.
that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you have to know something. Tell me the truth.
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, it just never seemed relevant. But
It's okay. It's not your fault.
all right. I'll tell you everything. Shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They could be a source of unimaginable power, couldn't they?
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that very line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather. My grandfather was obsessed with the shadows. He wanted to harness their power to create something extraordinary.
Create something extraordinary?
To that end, he assembled a research team and had them amass a number of shadows.
He was collecting them? Damn, that's freaking crazy.
But 10 years ago, during the final stages of the project, there was an accident, and the experiment failed. They lost control of the Shadow's power, altering the nature of the entire world.
You can't mean...
Yes, Tartarus and the Dark Hour.
Wow. I know.
According to the records,
Oh.
the accumulated mass of shadows split into several large ones that later dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Maybe... that's That's why it's difficult to predict where they'll appear.
Wait a minute. If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. Is it because that's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes.
Then those students who were hospitalized.
It's just as you fear.
I like the way that they kept building this up.
It was a highly populated
And they
area.
kept explaining
The
more
Kyoto group
and
had
more.
influence there. They could essentially do as they pleased.
But
Fort Island
it
must
doesn't
have been the
release
perfect
any
location for them.
tension here.
So,
It doesn't,
yes, as
like,
you
completely
guessed.
deflate it.
The experiment
No.
10 years ago was
This whole
conducted at
situation
Ikokon High School.
inflates the tension more.
Just what are you trying to say?
There's
here?
now, like, kind of an air
So
of
that's the whole
distrust,
purpose behind scenes?
and there's a massive
We were
coat
dragged into all this
of
just
just
to clean up that
absolute
mess?
tension and pressure over us,
You
essentially.
lied to us? And you knew too, didn't you, Sonata-senpai? You've both just been using us! Or do you not care as long as you're the one who gets to do the fighting?
I never said anything like that. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like, but it was my decision not to share the information. I'm sorry. It was never my intent to deceive you. Convincing you to join Seas was my highest priority. I know it may not be fair, but shadows can only be defeated by persona users. We are the only ones who can fight.
That's hardly the point!
I never had a choice either. It didn't matter if I wanted this power or not.
Mitsuru, that's enough.
It's interesting the way that this is done,
Takeba-kun, it's only those in the past who are to blame.
because it
They
makes you
lost their
feel
lives as a
bad
result of what
for
they
both
did.
sides.
We're all
It
in
really
the
does feel
same
like us
boat
second
here.
years were dragged
None
in
of us
with
deserve
no
the
explanation,
burden
but it also
that's
feels
been
bad that the
placed
third
upon
years didn't have a chance to really explain
But
it. They couldn't explain it because what could they do?
It's been 10 years since the incident in question.
And
No one
it's
knows
even
why those
harder to
shadows
think
suddenly
about.
returned.
Like,
Now
Mitsuru
that they're
especially,
here,
that was
we
her
have the chance to
organization. That was
find
her,
and
you know, her
destroy them.
family's
Do you
organization that
realize
did
what
this.
That means?
There's a lot of guilt there.
What if I told you that the 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
Wow, thanks, Akutsuki. I could have figured that
You were
out.
saying if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
I mean, you mentioned the number 12, and I assume there isn't any more, so, you know.
That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See? It's good news, isn't it?
There's still this tension, though, and I
Can that really
love
be
it.
true?
It's well done.
There's evidence to support it. And this is where our true battle begins.
Our true battle.
And Yukari brings up a good point.
Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect
Shuji
people.
also brings up another good
The
point,
shadows
you
are
know?
gaining strength.
Yukari's saying, like, why do we have to clean up, like, their mess? But Shuji specifically says if you have the power to,
And there are
you're the
still
only
many
one that can
mysteries
do it.
surrounding Tartarus. For instance, why did such a gigantic structure
Both of these
appear in the
points
first
conflict with
place?
each other, and they're very
The answers
reasonable,
must be
actually.
out there somewhere.
And it's beautifully done, the way that it all built up like that. And yet, no tension was released. It's still present. It's still there. I love the way that that was handled because it's just right. And Junpei lets a little bit of himself out as well. Like, he's still an asshole like he was earlier. This revelation didn't do anything to shake his, like, whole vendetta against you. Not vendetta, that's not the right word. His whole, like, you know, anger toward you. It instead, like, he's like, man, I wish I could be like you, you know? It's an envious sort of look. Akutsuki explains these, like, different things here that are all pretty interesting, but they're a bit detailed in a weird way. Like, stuff that you really wouldn't be asking him, honestly. Fuka and the protagonist are probably the only two that aren't as affected by this. Yukari is still tense about Mitsuru, but now she feels guilt. Mitsuru already feels guilt, and now feels even more guilt. Sonata's a bit off-put. Not Sonata, Akihiko's a bit off-put. Junpei brings up a good point here about, like, losing his power if he manages to take down all 12. Fuuka's the only one that isn't as affected, but she's still a little shaken. She just wants the group to kind of stay together, you know? And even more so when you consider our character, our protagonist, Minato, he doesn't really have a lot of say in this. You know, he doesn't have, like, a choice to make. He doesn't have anything he could say to calm them down or anything. Instead, he's not exactly shaken by it. He doesn't really feel anything about it. He's kind of just there, in a weird way, you know? He kind of just exists. And it's kind of present. We've talked about it before. Minato is clearly, like, a depressed person. And so, that depression really shines through in moments where you're supposed to care. Like, I'm supposed to care. I care immensely about this situation, but Minato, he isn't showing anything. And it's very difficult for him to. It's really well done, actually. Instead, we opt for looking at self-defense videos, which is funny. Oh, we get a how-to on subduing violent criminals. Or violent people? I don't know. Oh, we've learned how to use ambush. Huh, cool. Okay, how does that done? Dash a set distance and then enter the assault state by pressing X while in this state. You can ambush. Increase the Theurgy gauge or... No, Theurgy gauge, or cause distress at the beginning of battle. Ooh, that's good. Well, that's gonna be good, and fun to use. But I don't know when we're gonna use it. However, let's end things off here. I've been Eire with Saturn's Edge. You've just been watching Persona 3 Reload. The tensions are still high and up there. However, we're getting over things. Be sure to like and subscribe, and hey, share this with your friends if you feel like. Share my channel with your friends. Do anything you want there. I don't really... you get the point. Feel free to share. And, hey, I'll see you all around in the next episode, okay? Bye.